from there, and he felt real bad. One of his brothers.
How many brothers did he have?
Huh? He got murdered.
Wow.
They were somewhere in some kind of a pub or tavern or whatever it was, you know. From work, he went to this pub or whatever it was. They got this. It was probably honky tonk, like, you know, where it was just a small community, and I guess the people all gathered there, had a big beer before they went home, you know.
After
Had
work.
horses, and they had horses and wagons, you know. So somehow, I guess he stopped at that place there. Now, whether he was drinking with these people or that person, that nobody knows. But
Where was this?
this was in Czechoslovakia.
Oh.
This was in Europe, yeah.
Your dad's
and
brother. What was
and
his
then
name?
the horses drove him home. He got on a wagon. Somebody stabbed him, you know. And they got on the wagon. The horses took him home. And then when he got home, I guess whether they had a doctor or called a doctor.
Oh, he was still alive.
And he
when
got
he
killed. Oh no, they killed him.
No, I mean he was alive
What
when he
for?
got home though.
What
Nobody knows what happened.
What was his
there.
name?
Yeah.
What was
His
his name?
name is, see, George, Mike, Jim, John. His name was Adam, wasn't it, Mother?
Yeah.
Adam. Adam
How
was his
many?
name.
God, how many brothers did he have?
Quite a few of them. Quite a few.
How many
Dad-
kids? How many kids altogether?
Well, they had a lot
Your
of.
dad had how many brothers
We
and
had,
sisters?
he had, let's see, Jim, called Sporty in New Jersey. He had John in Montana. This is just brothers I'll talk about. He had George in Pennsylvania, Andy's dad. Oh no, his name was Imri. Imri in Europe. His name was Imri.
Oh.
That's what it was, Imri. Okay, so he had Imri, right? So there's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He was 4. That was 5.
How many sisters?
A lot of sisters. He had
Jeez.
Ann in Montana. And Ann, that's
They all came over on the boat?
right, they all come
Well,
over.
not all of them.
John and Ann, they were the oldest. They come first. John and Ann. They ended up
Oh.
in Montana because there was coal mines there in Stockton.
And then they
great
sent word that this is the place to go?
What's that?
They sent word back to Czechoslovakia that they should come
and
over?
that's when they got Uncle George here, they got Dad here, and they got Uncle Jim here. You know, and they.
And how come the other guys didn't come?
I don't know why the other did.
How many kids stayed home?
Well, sisters.
How many sisters? Wait, let me finish. Sisters.
They had 1, 2. Andy's got pictures of the sisters because they're dressed up in big dresses, like, you know.
How many sisters?
I don't know. I got to see here.
Right.
So they got Ann. We have 2 that I know of in Europe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 4. 4 sisters they had that I know of. Okay.
Yeah.
4 sisters, and they had
5 brothers.
how many brothers they
I
had?
think you counted 5.
Uncle Jim, Uncle George, Uncle John, Uncle Emery, and Dad. 5. Yeah, 5.
9
big-
kids.
5 brothers, 5 boys. But that's how they happened to come in this country here. Yeah.
What possessed, did Grandpa ever tell you why? What possessed him to leave his home and come to some strange place?
To better himself.
But what did he ever tell you that he heard stories like,
Well, yeah, they were writing back and forth, you know. It's
all
like-
his older brothers?
Yeah, the older brothers kept writing
Oh,
back
so
and
they were
forth,
kinda
and
like-
everybody's dream was at that time to come to America, United States.
Oh,
Rich
so they
country,
kind of
right?
like, they were the leads.
Right, right,
And they
right.
kind of checked it out.
Right,
Oh.
yeah. So they had, you know, they wrote, Uncle Aunt wrote, you know, and then that was their idea, is when they got here, that they would
The land of opportunity.
sponsor some of the others, you know,
Oh.
and that's what happened. So
How come Grandpa, your grandma and Grandpa didn't come?
I guess they were so tied up down there, they had a business down there, they had a basket business, wasn't it, Mother?
Yeah.
They had a basket business down there.
Oh, they couldn't leave it, or
No, I suppose they could have left it.
I mean, they
They
didn't
had
want
other
to because
kids
they worked
here, you
so
know,
hard.
like
Yeah.
other kids here, like the daughters that stayed there, the son, Emery, he had family. Emery had a family.
Oh, he was already married, so he was like the
Yeah,
older
so
brother.
he's got family up there, because when Mary come from Montana, she sent us a Christmas card with the letter. She just come back from her. She said some of them wanted to come visit us, you know. I was thinking about sponsoring somebody, you know. bringing them over, you know.
Well, now they can leave now,
Oh, yeah, they can leave now.
but before they couldn't.
And, Mary said in the letter, you still got that letter, Mother?
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope you got it, because I wanted to save that. And that's how they come to be here. So when Dad come here, Uncle John and Aunt Annie, they were already in Great Falls, Montana, and they were settled, you know.
And everybody's last name is the same, Kruper?
Yeah, well,
No.
Andy's name is Kruper, Krupery. I don't know. I mean,
But he's still your cousin.
well, yeah, it's the same.
So how, when they came over, was it Kruper?
They say that, like,
What's
you
the
know.
full name? Isn't there some
K-
long
No,
lengthy?
it's
Or just
Krupery.
is?
No, that's the Slovak.
Yeah, it's
We
so-
have, ours was Von Minken. Was
That was for
So-
Cooper in,
Oh, equivalent with Cooper in
yeah,
American?
Cooper,
But they say-
C-O-O-P-E-R.
They say when a lot of
That's
these people
what
come
their
over
name-
here, when they were putting all the names on that plaque, you know,
Yeah.
they say a lot of those people that come over here, they would just rattle off the name because they really didn't know how to spell it the American way,
So they
right?
spelled it the way they wanted to.
So yeah, so then an
Ah.
interpreter, he didn't care.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
was there just doing the job.
Yeah, yeah.
So the way he could figure it out, which way that guy said it, and he heard it, that's how he put it down.
Right.
So a lot of names become,
Ah.
the names weren't,
Sure.
But why did Andy's name turn out to be different than yours?
well, probably,
He
I don't
interpreted
know if
it.
his dad.
Oh, I see. They came different times?
Yeah, oh yeah, different times.
Oh,
see.
okay, okay.
And then
okay.
maybe,
Okay.
maybe George, when he was here, coming over, he come over first. George did, see.
Right,
Then
the
he,
oldest.
he sent for his wife, and George and John were born in Europe. So she had 2 kids when she came over,
Mm-hmm.
see. So when they come through there, probably George rattled off a name, and that guy
And
said,
they
well, here's how it sounded.
they never said, hey,
Oh,
you're-
no.
hey,
No, 'cause
brother,
they don't
your
know the
name's
language.
different than mine.
No, because
They-
they don't know the language.
They didn't check because
So you
there's so many of them coming through
What
there.
about your
Grandma and grandpa.
your
No, their grandma and
your
grandpa. His
your-
grandma and grandpa.
great grandma and grandpa?
Oh, that.
Did they ever tell you about them?
No, but I'll tell you who would know about that, Veronica and
About-
Mary in Montana.
About your dad's dad.
Yeah, they would know about that, yeah. 'Cause she's been there now, I think, what, 3 times already now. Maybe
So she
4
would
times.
have some more history.
Oh, yeah, she's got a lot of history because when she goes down there, she talks their language, Slovak, you know. And Veronica, same thing, she talks it and writes it.
Mhm.
So she can get a lot of information because she writes it in that language, see. And,
Maybe these guys are business owners from way back, huh?
you don't know, yeah.
Well, what about your grandma and grandpa?
What's that?
They stayed over there?
Your dad's, both sets of grandparents, your mommy and
Yeah,
your
well,
dad's parents.
they stay there, yeah. They never
What do you
come
know
up.
about them?
All I know is
Dad's
that they,
They were
They were in the basket business.
basket.
Yeah.
They did baskets, and then your father did baskets as well?
they sold, yeah, they had guys
Oh.
working, I guess, I don't know how they had, that's what I
And what about your mom?
Your
She
mom's
came over
mom and
too?
dad.
Yeah,
No.
she came
On the
over, her
boat?
name was Papsum, Papcum, that was her name. And,
Now what about her mom and dad?
Yeah, what about her mom and
I don't know too much about them, but,
dad? How old?
I think that she had a brother in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan.
And he came over on the boat too, huh?
Yeah, and his name was Papson, okay? And he worked for Dodge, the Dodge Motor Company.
Uh,
Dodge, when he first started Dodge, you know? Well, he worked
John.
for Dodge.
There was salt mines over there.
Where?
He sold the baskets to the people that had the salt mines.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the only way he made a living.
Yeah.
they used the baskets to move the
His
salt?
mother's mom and dad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, his mother's mom and dad?
How old were they when they got married? Do you know that?
I
All
don't
that
know.
stuff?
I don't know.
Did they get
Alice
married? Did they get married over
probably
here?
knows.
Your dad did, yeah, my dad,
Alice
yeah.
knows it.
But,
Camera on Alice.
George, Uncle George,
She'll fill in the.
he married Andy's mother up there, and they had 2 kids.
Right.
He come over
Right,
first,
Came over and then brought
They
the.
come
Oh,
over
Andy's dad.
yeah, he come over
They
first.
came over with the kids.
His wife did, not
Right,
his
he
dad.
came by himself.
His dad come first, okay?
George.
Yeah, George,
By
Uncle
himself.
George, the guy that died, he was only 39 years old when he died from miner's asthma. And he come over first, worked, got a job, making money, made enough money, sent away for him, and then they come, see.
And how old was your mom and dad when they got married?
They were young, I forget what they were young.
Under 20? Is that young?
let's see.
In their teens?
I think they were not too far from the 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd they meet? Do you know any of that?
What's that?
Where did they meet?
He met her in Europe. Yeah, he met her in Europe. Before he come, he knew her.
Because they were neighbors? Because they were neighbors
Well, in the same
or
town or something.
same town?
Same town or something, yeah. And then when he come here, and then he was working. He first started at either before or after he come from Montana. Now whether he went straight to Montana when he come from New
He
York,
did.
he did, huh? Did he go right straight to Montana?
So,
Yes,
so
on a
right from New
train,
York,
a long
Yeah.
from
train.
New York, he shot right out to Montana
Yeah, he said
to
he never
visit
seen
his
no-
sister and brother.
Yeah, he said he'd never seen no trees or no
Brought
houses.
the wife with,
for
brought the
days
wife
and
with
days.
him.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no, no.
He
But
was
she
single.
had no kid.
He was single.
No, he was single.
Oh.
He just knew her from
He
her.
was 16.
Dad was 14 or something when he come
He was
Oh.
16.
16 or something like that, okay.
So he knew your mom from the village, but
Right.
she didn't come with him.
No, because,
Yay-ho.
And he didn't marry her then,
no,
over
up
there.
here he married her.
Oh.
Everybody
You
in
talked her
Pennsylvania.
into it.
Yeah,
You
so,
wrote to her. Ah.
So he went from New York to
Charmed
Montana
her.
on his train.
Krupar charm.
On this train, you see on a wagon train, they were making tracks, you know, with the
Yeah,
train.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he rode. Took him, I don't know, weeks and weeks to get there, you know.
On a train?
Train, yeah.
A train.
Yeah,
A steam engine.
yeah, one of the
Okay.
steam locomotives, the
Okay.
old fashioned thing.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
then-
chugga.
So then when he got there,
Gonna get mad at me.
he lived with Uncle John, or Aunt Annie, I don't know whichever one he stayed there with. Then he worked in a coal mine, went in the coal mine, worked in the coal mine in Montana. He worked in a coal mine, and then he saved up enough money. And, they had a beer joint up there. I went in that little small town.
Who's they?
Huh?
Who's they?
John and Aunt Annie. you know.
They owned a beer joint?
No, they
Oh.
lived in this little
Oh,
town there,
Okay.
where the coal mine was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they want coffee.
And,
tea.
she's got a beer, mother. So then,
Finishing up.
he went up there, he got a job in a coal mine, worked in a coal mine for quite a while in
Like what, years?
Montana. Well, I don't know, a couple of years or whatever.
Well, he was only 14.
Yeah, until he got the knack of it, see.
Uh-huh.
So then he come back and went to Pennsylvania. He went back
What
to
brought him back to Pennsylvania?
his coal mines up there in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
So he went to Scranton, Dixon City rather. And Uncle George was already there at that time.
Oh.
Or he was or he wasn't, I see, I don't know now.
Yes,
Anyhow,
yes.
anyhow, he went on a big farm there. They were raising chickens, eggs and stuff. It's a big farm out in Pennsylvania. John knew where the farm was because he took me up past there. And then her mother's sister lived there. My mother's sister lived in Pennsylvania, had a big farmer. In fact, the son has still got the farm. We were up there, what, twice or three times now? They got a big dairy farm there now. See,
What
the
area?
the father died, then the mother died, which was my mother's sister, which was my aunt, and then one of the oldest boys got the farm. Somehow he got the farm. the
Where
big
was
dairy
that?
Huh?
What
Where
part
was
of
that?
Pennsylvania?
Scranton, up in the country from Scranton, Pennsylvania. It's up in the big mountains there. A lot of lakes. When you're going up in the mountains there, all kinds of lakes, you know. And they people go up there, they catch their fish.
Yeah.
Catch their fish, go for the house and fry it for breakfast, you know, that's how fresh this stuff is. But they got a big farm there, and then from there he was running his chicken farm, and that's when Mom come in. Mom come from Europe, they got married.
Oh, and then where did she come in? She stayed in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, she come to
So
Pennsylvania.
she came right from Europe
yeah, right
through
from
New York to Pennsylvania
right.
because of her relatives.
Yeah, because
And
not
then
only that, but that's where Dad was already. He was already there. So.
Oh, did they kind of like plan that?
Yeah, well, he planned it.
Because he was writing to her.
Yeah, right.
So he
Yeah.
figures, I'm here in Pennsylvania, come to Pennsylvania and I'll marry you or something like that?
Right.
I
that's
love
probably,
you.
Yeah. So then,
He's making
he
it
got
up.
married,
Everyone's
and
making it
Mom-
up. And Alice
Yeah.
says no.
Mom and him,
It's not like that.
they stayed on that not too long.
Get
They
your
didn't stay
mom's
there too
version.
long on that farm, see?
Huh?
Because Dad went to coal mine. He went to live in a coal mine. I mean, to work in a coal mine. So he went to work in this hard coal mine, hard coal they call it. He stayed there for quite a while.
Down the line.
And then he ended up down Cambridge, Ohio.
Yeah, but
Yes.